What's one thing that most car guys always do? Car modifications, right? So let's discuss 2 controversial performance mods for the Porsche Cayman coming up in this video. So us car guys, what do? You know, you're either Euro guy, JDM guy, muscle car guy, even truck people. We're always trying to make our cars better because we're into that. You know, so we look for performance modifications, ways to make our cars improve on what they lack. And if this isn't you, then you probably own a Prius or maybe a Honda Fit. So you guys don't count. But we always look for the cheapest way to get the best benefit. So that's why I decided to go over these 2 controversial modifications that people do to their Caymans and if they actually do anything. The first controversial mod that I'm going to discuss is here. You guys see it? Those who know exactly what I'm talking about. It's this. The DeSnorking of the Cayman. So before I go on to explaining what this mod is, I want to make one thing clear. I'm presenting these 2 mods just to inform people who have Caymans that don't know about these mods. I'm not here to tell you that it's wrong or it doesn't work or it does work. I actually want people who have done the mods or have an opinion to leave below and let me know what you guys think about these mods. So what is the DeSnork mod? Basically on the left side, on the driver's side, which is the left side in the US, on the side air in like kind of grill that you have, there is a baffle plastic plate. A baffle plate is what it's called, but it's like a plastic plate that covers the air intake. And what some people think is that this plastic plate, what it does, it restricts the car from getting the airflow that it needs to create more power. So people think that if you take it off, you know, and you add this like mesh grill, kind of like I did in the front of my car, you'll actually might gain some horsepower from it and some better performance. Now, is that true or is that not true? Like I said, I'm not here to tell you one way or the other, but I'll tell you what I have found from people who have done it before. For one, people have actually done it and dynoed it, you know, with it on, with it off on the same day because it's really easy to put on and off. And they found 0% horsepower gainage, so no performance gains. Now, you guys might be thinking, why would they put a baffle, like a plastic plate to cover the air intake? Like, why would the engineers restrict that then? Well, again, from doing research on the forums and for people who have done it, they found that in the manual, not in the manual, but in the something that had to do with like the mechanics of the car and stuff, they found that that plate was placed there to protect the mass airflow sensor. I know that seems very scientific, and I'm sorry, that's just what it is. So the engineers at Porsche did this so that water and debris wouldn't damage that sensor, which makes sense to me, you know? They wouldn't put something there to make a car be worse. That just doesn't seem like something Porsche would do. But then again, you know, they give us this crappy shifter. So, you know, maybe they were cutting costs. Who knows? You know, let me know below what you guys who have done it. If it worked, if it didn't work. One little side note is that some people do it just because the noise it makes. It's a different kind of intake noise from the airs going into that space. So maybe it's not only for performance. Some people just like it for that cosmetic kind of sound change, which is, you know, it's viable. I'm all about those cosmetic changes. So I might do it just to test the noise, maybe, and test if I can feel a difference. Who knows? But let's go on to the second modification. All right, before I continue with the next modification, quick little side note. So you guys know I mentioned the Honda Fit at the beginning. It was for a reason. My friend is about to sell his Miata to buy a Honda Fit. Now, yes, he just got married. He's a family man now. Makes sense, right? He wants space. But his wife already has a Honda Fit. So basically there'd be 2 Honda Fits. And this guy is a car guy. He knows all about cars, modifications and stuff. So I know he's gonna be bummed. So please help me convince him. And hashtag below, no fit Marvin. You know, comment that, you know, hopefully I can convince him not to do this. Okay, but moving on to the second modification that I think is controversial. And it's right here. I'm not talking about the exhaust system. I'm talking about the tailpipe actually. And I'm talking about the Dream 1, Dream 2 tailpipe modification. Now what is that? Basically there's this company that discovered a problem, or they think it's a problem, and that's because the airflow through the exhaust system and the Cayman comes to a T-junction. In there, it's a T. You know, that's an L. Well, you know what I mean, it's a T. the air kind of hits each other. They kind of hit each other before they come out the end. So what they claim is that if they use their tailpipe, which is the Y-shaped, you're actually getting better airflow and you'll get an increase in horsepower. Now, like I said before, I'm not here to discredit the company or to say you should do it. I'm just here to present the facts, guys. Now, I'm not sure how much they were claiming. I forgot the numbers of horsepower gainage, but this is a $300 modification, you know? So I think it needs to be really justified before you make this purchase, because $300 could go to a whole new exhaust system, which doesn't have this restrictive flow. Now, there is a T-junction where the air comes together, but guys, there's 4 cats on the stock exhaust. You know, so their air is already traveling through those 4 cats. It's already being restricted. How much better flow are you gonna get by just fixing the tailpipe and not the whole system? You know, that's where I'm unsure of whether or not I should do this. So let me know below, have you done this modification? Have you done any of these 2 modifications? All right guys, my wife is right. I kind of crossed the line, so I kind of want her to say something.
I just don't think you should be mean to your friends. If they want a specific type of car, just let them get that damn type of car. It's not for you to decide, you know? What's that?